Hey guys, this is Echo Sounds with another tutorial from ADSR and soundtutorials.com. If you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel and you like checking out these tutorials for Sylenth, you can do that at youtube.com/ADSR Tuts. So as a quick demo I put together to kind of showcase this mono EDM lead. You could really use it in any genre, but that is this first patch here that we soloed. And that is what we'll be recreating today. So I'm going to run through these other patches real quick. This patch right here is what I actually used to come up with this sequence. If I play this real quick, you'll hear it. So that's actually what I played. And then I ended up just copy and pasting that up to this track. And you might be wondering why I have, if this is a mono lead, why I have this extra, I kept the extra chord information. It is because it gets kind of a cool glide effect. See this gap right here and in between here and some of these other little gaps in between the notes. It will actually kind of trigger a little bit of the glide portamento time. That little bump at the beginning. That's because of these first notes and Sylenth picking which one happens first. So that is one way to kind of get a little bit more of I guess less of a robotic type feel with the sound and what it's playing. So that's why I copied and pasted that up. So this patch right here is the same patch in Sylenth, just pan left and right with some LFO tool, and Effectrix is what's doing this little glitch down. And here's a little mixing trick that you can use with these type of sounds. So the mono lead you'd want to be the focus of your drop. So you're not going to pan a whole lot in EDM because you know the synth sounds are kind of wide as is. So what you can do to create more space is I took out some of the high end on this on the actual chord synth here. So if I play this, hear all that extra air. I want that out because I want in the overall frequency, I want that mono lead for the drop to really be the focus. So I took out some EQ on both of them. And then for this is just a bass synth. It has the same Effectrix controls on it with the glitch downs and everything. And I took out some high out of this as well. So it just fits better. And then these are the drums. So let's jump into it. I'm going to mute that track and unmute this one. All right, and then let me make sure I have an initial patch pulled up. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is select this mono legato knob down here. It'll make the sound monophonic. All right, and then I'm going to pitch this up to 1. Keep this on a saw wave and give it 2 voices and keep retrigger check. The reason we're giving it 2 voices is because I'm going to apply some detune. I'm going to drag the detune up to about 1.75 or almost 2, anywhere around there should do. I'm going to dial back the stereo a little to about 5.94, I think, or 5.95. It's more of a narrow signal. It's literally all we have to do for the oscillator section. I'm not even going to touch a filter for the sound, so it's basically just a saw wave. All right, so now in the modulation envelope setting, what I'm going to do is in the envelope 2, I am going to select phase A, because we're just using part A for this sound. And I'm going to turn this up to 3.90 on this little rotary knob. I'm going to bump the decay up to 3.51. All right, and so that's kind of controlling this phase in our oscillator there. And now I'm going to go over to my LFO 1, and in that I'm going to select pitch. You can select pitch A and B. It doesn't really matter for the sound. So I'm gonna just drag this up for the rotary knob here to 1.16. So just a little bit. Or 1.14, I guess, if you can't get to 1.16. And then what you're gonna do with the rate knob is you're gonna select free. So it's not, because if you keep this off of free, that actually gives you rhythmic values like 1/16, 1/8 note, quarter note, etc. If you select free, it actually will go to a hertz function. So select 6.51 So it's less robotic sounding, around 6.51. All right, and then we're just going to bump the gain just a little bit so we'll start to hear it. So I'm going to go up to about 0.50. All right, and I turned up the mix for mix A a little. So let's go to the effects section now. And in that, I'm going to select the delay and turn on the reverb a little. And for the delay, we're just going to get a general kind of a good ping pong delay going. So for the delay left time and the delay right time, I'm going to keep it on quarter notes. I'm going to boost the low cut a little so it's taking out some of the lows. And I'm going to boost the high as well, just a hair. And then the spread, I'm going to turn down a little because I don't want it super wide. I'm going to turn the feedback down. Doesn't really matter a whole lot or how exact values you get with this. And I'm going to turn the width and the dry wet down. All right, I just turned the decay up a little on the amp envelope. So I'm going to actually activate this EQ here, and I'm going to turn up. I'm going to turn up the treble and the treble frequency a little. I'm going to bring back in Effectrix so we can hear how it was in the context of the demo. All right, so it's almost complete. Only thing we have to do here is now we're going to get the portamento time. And the reason why I didn't do that first is, general rule is when I'm doing making sounds in sound design, I kind of set that afterwards after I start playing with a patch, because if I can't play with a patch, it's not even worthwhile finishing making. So I played this, put it up to a mono track, and I liked it. And then I'll figure out the portamento depending on the progression I'm playing. So I settled around 4, a little above 4, I think. That sounds right. So here it is, final sound. All right, cool, guys. If you guys have any questions or comments, let me know below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you haven't checked out SylenthTutorials.com, head on over there. Tons of great Sylenth tutorials. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.